So yesterday afternoon and this morning, what I've done is just cleaned up all these parts. Also cleaned up the backside. So it's nice and clean in there. All these parts are now polished up. They're not ultra polished, they're just cleaned. These do lend themselves to a nice bright polish if you wanted to spend the time and do that. Unlike the ZX10, these are not painted. It's actually the aluminium, whereas all the aluminium on the ZX10 are painted. So a bit of Scotch-Brite on the swing arm here after it's been degreased and cleaned and blown the bearings out and everything. Same with the other aluminium parts, a bit of Scotch-Brite brought them up. What didn't bring them up went on the Y wheel. Axle parts, nice and clean. And remember the rusty bolt from yesterday. Right, I'll be greasing that before it goes in. And what we're going to do now is just reassemble the swing arm. What we're going to do first is pack these little needle rollers with molly grease. That's what the book's required. Just push it in. It's alright for these bigger ones, you can actually get your finger on it and push it in the rollers. The ones become a little bit more tricky. Just try and get as much in there as possible. Make sure it is packed in the rollers. It's not a lot of depth there, just push it into the rollers. Grease all the way down this shaft, which is the shaft the needle rollers sit on. Push it in. Caps on. Shaft won't come in. Get this up. Do the little ones underneath. Obviously, it's really hard to push the grease into these because they're so tiny. But no, get your finger in there. A really big hand, so it really gets tough. Of course, everywhere this grease touches, it's black, and that's exactly what you're just trying to get. I spent the last hours cleaning it. It's got to be done. Having a nice clean aluminium. That's great. At least it'll wash off. Almost forgot. I'm going to put the chain on first. Put the molly grease on this rusty bolt. Let's get some normal grease for it. This stuff's half the price. Molly, which is normal wheel bearing grease. And I just want to slather that so it doesn't go in dry. Won't last forever, but it's a tight fit. Not as bad as it was getting on out, I'll tell you that. That straight in. Away with clean aluminium. Now we're just going to put the load arm in, shocker and dog bones. Again, we'll just pack these bearings. As much in there as possible. Good stuff. Good thing about this grease, I reckon, is just that it's a little bit more liquidy than the block grease. We tend to stay around in the bottom areas, which is exactly where the needle rollers are.
tighten anything up. Don't tighten anything up until there's some load on it. most difficult nut on last. Everything else is now in the way. Just in case you didn't know, these dog bones, which are the angle brackets coming from the load arm up to the swing arm, you can get longer or shorter ones. If you're a tall rider and you just feel yourself too close to the ground, or if you're short and the bike's too high for you, you can just adjust the height by those dog bones if there's not enough pre-height in the shock absorber adjustment. Just in case you didn't know. Alright. The wheel back in. Which I also cleaned up. Crush washers and sprocket. You get nasty clunk in your drive line and your chains firm. You still got that donk 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 donk. So these crush washers have gone soft. These ones are new. Someone must have replaced them because they had that problem. ZX sand are really bad for it as well. Once you replace those, immense difference to gear changes and everything. Pretty. You can't make those up. Different sizes. You get some sanded grease on here. Just so that doesn't corrode. A little bit around here. Yeah, I need to get it off my hand. My glove off, because I'm going to be handling the tyre. Obviously we don't want grease on top. Chain. And then we take the tyre.
until you take it off.
So this is the alignment of this third bearing. There's a wheel bearing here, there's a wheel bearing in the centre, there's a wheel bearing on this side. The alignment. That third bearing. Just wanted me to take it apart again, that's all. And the caliper spacer on this side. Juggling act. I want to hold all three bits of get a line at the same time.
Okay, I've still got the chain massively loose, everything's on now. I'm just going to let it down. Axle's firm but not tight. I'm just going to let it rest on the suspension. That's off there. You got to pull. And now I can tighten things up. Swing on. Done anyway. Front to back. Tight, rear dog bone. Tight, and the front load arm onto the chassis. Tight. Now, gonna let tight. Lift it up again, we'll adjust the chain.
here, and we count the little lines. One at the end, 2, 3, and it's almost 4. Let's make sure this is somewhere here. 1, 2, 3, almost 4. It's actually spot on. Let's back that up to 4 on this side. We'll start dragging the lock nut down so it doesn't start moving around. Oh, it's a lot quieter. That's 4. Bring this up to 4. No. Too much. Lock nut back. Just get back to knock it. Put it back. 2. Knock it. I like that. I'll do it now. We'll just double check where we are. You can just see the lines. I'll bring you close in a minute. 1, 2, 3, and just off 4. 1, 2, and just off 4. Tighten off that. Tighten the lock nut. Check it. Not bad. And whack that axle nut up. Wonderful. I was checking that as we're going. Okay, just to recap, swing arm's been out. We've done the load arm bearings, bolts here, put all the bolts in the same side, nuts on the same side, top of the dog bones here, shocker. We know all those bearings now are 100%. Or at least 99. We cleaned up. I'm so glad we cleaned up because, you know, look at the mess I made the wheel. Chains attached. The tension's done. So the lines on the block, little square block, to the line on the axle. Both sides is correct. Same on this side. Now, I haven't finalised putting the brake stay on yet, and haven't done anything with the caliper because we've got things to do with that later. I'll put those brackets through. Put those brackets back on the swing arm, and might just set the caliper up so it's just sitting there with the bolts loose. It's still dirty, we haven't cleaned that yet, but that's one big job. Didn't take a lot of time, took more time to clean up, because I wanted to get it to a stage where it was kind of spotless, as clean as I could get it. Once it's had a wash with some soapy water, all the finger marks and that'll come off it, and we'll spray some degreaser in there again and just get every last little bit of black grease off. It'll come up quite nice. Just waiting for the parts now for the seals. I wonder why it takes so long to get parts delivered in Australia.